from what I've seen in the pictures, it's very colorful. I'm curious to give this a go. So right away, and this is me being probably a bit old and eyesight's not great. That low sun going straight into it's making it difficult for me to difficult for me to see what to do. Although now I'm seeing it. So water left, and then it looks like this kind of stuff here is what you want to avoid. If you really want to lay up, you're going back here. I'm curious to see what happens if we take a crack at it, though.
Well, this could maybe roll its way into the rough, possibly. Be careful with this one. We're in the deep stuff.
Looks like there's a bit of a gap there. I'm not sure if that's just a walking gap or if that's try to run it through. I can't imagine you're trying to run it through. It must just be a walking gap. Okay, so colorful green too. This is it's pretty wild. It's a very short hole, so I'm okay with it. I think I'm gonna need to hit a full lob edge at least. And what have I got
Nothing
here?
wrong with that. Safely on the green.
Breaking pretty
This would be nice to
significantly.
get for birdie.
Overplayed that quite a bit.
Just a little too much power. All you got to do is put that in the hole for par. That's going to do just nicely.
Interesting opener.
And after that one, currently sitting at even par.
Looks like that
Here we
one
go.
just
Par
plop an
4
iron
ahead
off
of
the
you.
tee is probably the play. Okay. So here, par 4, what are we looking at? 420-ish. Lots of undulation, looks like. It seems to be, especially right here, there's a big kind of moundy thing. Bunkers are really quite small, I would say. We'll see as we go along if that's a trait or if that's just kind of here. And then we tighten up by the looks of it when we hit driver up here. Okay. So pipe that, very nice.
Well, that'll work for you. Okay, hitting into an elevated green here.
And then, what have we got? I don't want to pitch it. So short. We've got more of this kind of vegetation stuff, which is, it's a cool look. Kind of reminds me of like heather or gorse or that kind of thing that you'd see in the UK. And again, another really undulating green. And we're going up a good bit, so. That was fast, really.
This could be a bit long. Let's see how it goes.
Come on back down the hill if you want to. That'd be handy. Oh, not that much though. Whoa.
Nice. Ended up just fine after that shot.
And this one is from way, way out.
So where did I... Oh, okay, I got up in that red... So you want to be to the right. That's fair enough. Again, a short hole, so...
Oh, it's always tough leaving them short. And that puddle drop.
Alright. It's a weird thing I'm noticing, but the greens and the trees kind of match.
Stay right at
You've got the
par
red and
after
the
that
yellow
hole.
and the green slopes, and then you get the red and the yellow and the
tee up
green
on the
trees.
third hole.
not sure if that's intentional. It's kind of interesting. As you see it right here, red slope, right behind it, red tree, bunch of green, and then out there you've got yellow trees, kind of some yellow slopes. And it's funny things some people notice. So here we got 10-yard downhill, par 3, slope feeding into this pin. Over here we got a false front. Back there we've got kind of a drop off. To the right we've got a bit of a drop off, and we're a bit downhill. And we're gonna hit it slow apparently.
Come on, give us a kick to the left.
This is where that hill should help us, and just kind of ease itself over there. Very nice.
Great work on the approach. You saw that one, didn't you? This putt's about 4 feet.
Almost missed the
Yeah,
putt. Wow.
that'll do.
Interesting little short hole.
And after that one, you're going
Different
down to
tees
1
would,
under.
I mean, I think that was probably the easiest tee
teeing it
because
up
you
on
had
a
that
par
slope feeding it in.
4.
Hang on a sec here. Joys of PS4. I can't fly around, so we've got a suspended bridge here, or well, not a suspended bridge, but like a bridge up in the air kind of. I'm not any kind of engineer, so I have no idea if this would stand, and I'm not particularly bothered about that, but it's kind of cool. And then steps walking on it, so you're walking over that to get to the fairway. Oh, I didn't want to do that. We're going over a lake. Curious, I imagine that's going to come into play later. And what have we got here? So we're pinched at kind of 3-wood. So really I don't see why you wouldn't just hit driver. Again, you've got like kind of gorsey stuff there behind the tree. You've got a little bitty bunker. And then you've got this one over here, which is a kind of a more, it's bigger. I don't know if it's, I haven't decided about the bunker sizes yet. Sculpting is pretty good. I think maybe the odd kind of harsh area, but nothing too wild.
Drive's looking
Then,
good.
yeah, the driver looks like it's to play there because you've got all the room in the world. Laying it back, you've got yourself pinched right in.
And setting up about
Interesting way of doing it.
105 yards to the pin.
No, we're not pitching. I suck at pitches. So uphill lie. And then again, look at this. You go left, it's going forever. You go long, you're going down here. It's a short hole. So I'll give it that, but
This could be slightly too
pull
strong.
that one long, did it? Oh, this could be trouble. Off we go. Right off the green.
This one's your third.
So I've landed kind of, where have I landed here? Look at it from the point of view. So I've landed it kind of in the middle of the green, and I'm off. Not sure about that. Because it looked like it was right on line with the pin the whole way. It seems a touch harsh. It is a short hole, so there's that to remember, but
Good luck on this one. Par save, possibly.
I know this is a video game and it's not real life,
Well
but
done.
if I hit a shot like that in real life and ended up off the green,
And you're one
I
under
wouldn't be
for
happy.
the day. Let's see what we can
We'll
do
see.
here on the 5th.
And then this kind of looks like what number one was like. Same idea where you've got the kind of gorsey areas protecting it with a little sliver of a bunker there. Oh, we've got a bench beside the tee. I hadn't noticed that. Is that? It's a cool touch. So what are we doing here? Again, I imagine the play is to leave it back here. but I'm just... Can I get it over here and have a little flip?
Tee shot's looking fairway bound.
Maybe not the smartest play, but if it jumps that... Okay.
And
Yeah,
second
interesting.
shot here on the 5th.
And I left myself a pitch, which I don't like. That's my fault. Am I back? Nope.
This one's 8 feet away.
We're coming from here. Geez, yeah. There's again some pretty wild slopes there. And again, this looks like kind of the easier pin position because everything is funneling towards where the pin is. If you were over to the left, if the pin was left, sorry, and I mean it looks like another hole where it kind of looks like you're gonna end up on the right side of the green a lot. Although then on the left, you've got, I don't know if I can get over there. Never mind. You do kind of have a spot there where you've got in the very bottom left of the green. Yeah, you've got a hogback over it. Yeah, those slopes are interesting.
Looking good.
Oh, that's an awesome putt.
Ouch. Ouch. All right, let's give this a tap and be on our way.
All
right,
right,
let's
that
see
should
what
have
the
been birdie,
scorecard
but
says.
get over it. We don't have a par 5
After
till
that
9.
one, you'll stay
Interesting.
right there at 1 under. Looks like a par 4 for this one.
So here we got a bit more meat on the bone for a par 4. Narrow bunker. Nah. I'm okay with that. And how far out does it go? Yeah, so driver, you're going past it. I don't really feel like that's going to be in play unless you're going to hit through it, and I'm not sure why you would. Looks like there's plenty of room up here.
Looks like a fairway off the tee here.
It's definitely a colorful look, and like I said, when you add the color of the trees to the color of the greens, it's colorful for sure.
Setting up from 145 yards away.
This planting here, again, kind of a gorsey, heathery. People in the UK will correct me as to what this would be, what we're going for here, but it does add a bit of texture to the rough area, which I like. And then we've got ourselves another pretty intense green here. On this one, everything's funneling towards where the hole is, although short, it's going to just shoot through and it's going to keep on going by the looks of it. Alright, curious if we can hold this. Yeah, that was lazy. And that's gone. Oh, maybe not. It's weird how... No, it is. It's weird how in this game you land on something firm like that, and then once you get on the green,
Well, that
the spin
approach
takes
kind of
effect.
missed the mark a little bit.
And now that I'm
the
down here,
green side
I'm not
rough.
sure how you hold this, where that pin is. Maybe you can. It just looks like, I mean, that maybe there must be a spot
About
here where you
12
land and
feet
it'll
to the
actually
hole from
stop.
here.
Because if you land short like I did, you've got no chance. Maybe it's this area right here where it'll stop.
It could be a
Didn't hit it,
good
did
one.
I? Yikes. Are you going to come back? Oof, that's not good.
And setting up here for the bogey.
Yeah, I'm not sure about that
And
one.
that'll do.
It's one thing to
Up to
make things
even
challenging.
par
It's
for
another
you
thing
now.
to be like, okay, here are
Now we're
here's
teeing her up on the
9
7th
square
hole.
feet where you must land the ball, otherwise you're not going to be anywhere near the hole. Okay, so here we've got kind of a, it's not an island green, but it's not far off, but we've got a pretty intense dogleg, so we're playing up here and then going across. Okay.
Looks like we're heading to the fairway here.
So through it just over to here. If you hit driver, I'm afraid you're gonna get blocked out by that tree or go right through. And it's basically
From
just
here,
hit
we're
it
a
here.
good
That's all
distance
you've
above
got.
the green. You might need a little less club.
And then we've got ourselves. How deep is the green where the pin is? So it's at 154 back to. Yeah, it's almost 20 yards. I guess that's deeper than I thought. Again, we've got slopes right over to where the green is, but you're gonna go right off if you're not careful. Over here, we're sloping. This makes sense, sloping down into the water. So we're just sloping right to left, just a bit everywhere, aren't we? Okay. And we're downhill, a little bit downwind. What do we got here? It was a little fast, so. And then another one where it's just going to run right off.
Well, you're not going to hit every green today. That's all right.
Okay, we're in the first cut, but a little chip onto the green and we'll be putting.
I hammered that. Oh dear.
Wouldn't that be nice to save par on this one?
And then I played that too much, and oh, I'm lucky that didn't go off.
Putt. So far, so good. And as that putt drops, that's a second bogey in a row. Let's turn things around.
Sitting at 1 over for the round.
Okay.
So yeah, there are a couple of areas where it feels maybe a tad extreme. We've got a bunker here, which kind of isn't really. I mean, again, I guess you could probably lay it up back here, give yourself a big fairway. You've got. Okay, it's not out of bounds, but you've got this here, which that won't be any fun. And if you ever got behind this rock, you could really be in some trouble. So I don't know why in the world you would ever hit 3, wouldn't bring that in. Driver, again, it seems to be wider up here. Again, there's a little bunker. It's right behind a tree. It seems to be another thing I'm noticing is bunkers seem to be kind of hidden behind trees, not really in play. And then again, we've got another one of those kind of gorsey, heathery areas, which I imagine is no fun to be in. So really, again, it just looks like this is smash it up here, and then we're going to go up a hill.
Second shot here on hole number 8.
Oh dear. We're going to need to be awfully precise here, or we're just going to roll right off. I don't. Well, yeah. So I guess that's where laying up might be beneficial, because then you can hit a full wedge in here and make sure you're going to stop it. I don't want that much spin on it. Touch fast. Put on the brakes. Okay.
Nothing wrong with that. All right, let's sink this for birdie and peace out. What'd he say? The birdie putt drops, and I'm
requires precision. It's a very short hole, so
that bogey got
it's okay.
Me a little scared.
I could see a pin or two there getting really dicey, though.
Here we go on the 9th.
So I'd encourage the designer to be careful about that. We got, that's that lake we saw earlier, isn't it? So we've got water. What have we got? 574. I mean, it's a bit of a dog leg, so it'll play a little longer than that, I guess. Looks like we've got a good amount of room up here. Little bunkers again. It's a par 5, so we bring out the big
This
guy
tee
and
shot should work.
let her go. And then are we going to be going uphill in the second shot? I would imagine so.
And from here, it's about 250 yards out.
Now we've got what looks like probably the clubhouse back there, which is nicely done. And then a little practice green. Over here we've got a parking lot. What's this, a light? Oh, that's the driving range, and it's got lights so you can hit balls at night. Yeah, that's cool. Done that before at a local driving range. It's fun. It's actually quite fun. It's quite cool seeing the ball fly at night. Okay. This green's a little calmer than what we've had so far.
It didn't feel as clean as I know you can hit it.
No. Oh, interesting.
Okay, third shot.
Those grass bunkers there, I actually quite like that. I feel like this bunkers, like the sand, it's too easy to play out of. And it might not look as nice as a bunker, but I think playability, those grass bunkers might play a bit better. So that's it's an interesting strategy, interesting strategy thinking there. I like it. That bunker back there, yeah, I'm not sure if that comes into play. It might. Okay, what do we got? It's 61%. So yeah, it just makes you think a little bit more when you're coming out of the rough rather than the sand. The sand tends to be pretty simple.
Looking good. That was nice. Back-to-back birdies.
Actually under par.
And after that
I feel
one, you'll
like
go
I'm about
down
7
to
over.
1 under par. Par 4 for this one.
Okay, what do we got here? So the waypoint is telling us like to lay up. We're gonna have the same club twice if we do that. Now what about if we bust drive? So we're what, 7, 18, 19 yards down into a bit of a wind, but that should be fine. Yeah, we're gonna just do this.
Looks like this tee shot's coming in for a safe landing.
Into more of a wind, that would be more
We're
of a
about
thought, I guess.
115 yards away.
The other thing too is not everybody uses the 295 driver, and so if you don't have that, maybe you can't make it. And then in which case you're hitting hybrid 3-iron, whatever you use, and then you might have it again. As far as the green is concerned, where's the pin's right where the arrow is there. Yeah, I mean if you miss right, you're gone. There's the kind of side stop on the left. If you go long, you're gone. So you don't want to be bringing in a you don't want to be hitting a 3-wood in, or 3-iron or 4-iron into this. So you kind of need to go over the water. Otherwise, I mean, because you're gonna need to be relatively precise here. Bit of an upslope into the wind, a bit uphill. I got slopes going that way a bit.
Come on, kick to the right. Safe
It wasn't
approach,
anywhere near as
nice.
strong as I thought it was. My
Sink
mistake.
this and you're down to 2 under.
Okay. Reasonably calm putt here.
Oh, come on, get in.
Nope.
Ooh, that could have been excellent.
Coulda, woulda, shoulda.
Tapping in for par.
One thing I'm really
Okay,
noticing
let's see
here
what
is
you can do here on
I've
this
talked about the
par
bunkers already,
3.
but they really don't seem to be any coming into play, and it's an interesting way of doing things. Okay, So here we've got 220 downhill. If it's right, I mean, does that even stop before it rolls into the water? It probably, well, yeah, it probably does. But if you land it and bounce, you're gone. To the left, it's not as severe. So I mean, there is a miss here, but and then what's this land doing here? Yeah, I figured it'd be funneling to the left, to the right. Sorry. So this is just tough. Oh, and I've just hooked it right in the water.
Heading left.
Nice.
All right, time to reload.
How far away are we going to be from here? Alright, we'll drop here.
This is your third shot. And unfortunately might be in the rough.
Not enough.
A little off on that approach, but that's okay.
I mean, it's tempting to
Okay, this one's for the double
whine and
bogey.
complain when you've just made double on a hole.
This putt's good so far. Nice putt.
I think that green might be a bit narrow, like, and especially it plays very narrow.
All right, one over for the round.
Stepping
might be a
onto
bit
a par
much.
4 hole on this one.
And then because of that, I'm mad, so I'm gonna take on driver. I mean, I'm not actually mad, but I want that back. So, kind of a, what's going on? Oh, just a different kind of grass. That's an interesting idea. So instead of making those bunkers, we've kind of made it different. I wonder if that was the case on 9. I didn't look close enough. It's an interesting idea. I'm sure there'll be some people that quite like that, and there'll be some people that hate it. I think it's kind of neat. And I like trying something. And now we've got a bunker here that looks like it could be in play, especially if you're going to lay up, which I think I should do. Much as I want, because it's uphill. And I wasn't going to get anywhere near on the green, so just pump a 3-wood out here, and then
here's our second shot on the 12th.
What we got green-wise? So we've got a saddle where the pin is, and then before it we've got like a hog's back, turtle back, whatever we're calling that. And then we've got, I mean, there's going to be people who are going to just go on and on about how there's puddles everywhere on this green. I'm not particularly bothered about it because it's a video game and it doesn't rain in this really, and I mean, you're never going to encounter that. That in real life, that would be a problem, but video game, it's not. It does get a bit tricky with this pin to figure out where do you land it. That's maybe, and again, we land short and it's going. So, do I want to hit this and spin it? I'm not sure. Yeah, okay.
We'll take
so
those all day.
You have to carry it to the hole, otherwise you're gone.
Setting up for birdie here. Unlucky.
Really?
Okay, this one is for the par.
All right then.
All right, let's get to the next.
All right. I mean, once you figure out how to play that
One
hole
over par currently.
and that pin, it's fine.
Here we have a par 4 hole.
What have we got here? Another short par 4. We're going downhill. And you have to hit it at least 250 to get to the fairway. So then I'm just gonna hit driver. Why wouldn't I? Downwind, you can probably get there or get close.
Yeah, we'll have that. All right, here's our second shot on the 13th.
Okay, And we've got the pin right behind a pretty decent mound there. Again, bunkers that they're there, but they're not really in play. I would maybe rethink that. So what's this going to be, a flop, I guess? And then we've got a backstop. Okay. All right.
This one's a 7-footer. Looking pretty good. Let's keep this going. That's your 4th birdie of the day. Good work out there. And after that one, even par
scorecard
is your score. Let's see what happens here on number 14.
So this is a par 5. Really? Okay, well, let's play it and see what we think. So we've hit a good drive.
Having that. It's about
We've got
195 yards
straight
to that
into
pin
the sun.
from here.
Or sorry, 195. It's my 186 club. It's a very short par 5. I mean, downwind, it's going to be a nothing par 5. These bunkers I could see being in play if a pin was over here. And I guess that's true of the holes previous. The Gorsey stuff, again, I like the look of it for sure. Where the pin is, it goes to the... so is that how we're making it a par 5? We're making it extremely difficult to get near the hole. I guess, maybe. That lighting is kind of cool, the way there's a bit of a haze up there. Now what happens here? Alright.
Nicely done on the green and on an under regulation, mind you. This is for eagle. Looking very nice.
Oh, look at that.
Oh, fancy putter work.
A double, an eagle, and a birdie on the
And
back
let's
so
take
far.
one more look at that.
No, we don't need to take another look at that. I mean, I'm resplendent in this beautiful attire that I'm wearing, but other than that, there's not much to see here.
He managed to bring things down to 2 under after that one. And
So
not
I
a
am
long
curious
par
about
4
one
on
thing.
this one.
If we go to the scorecard, distances, it's 488. You're gonna find par 4s that are longer than that, and I don't think that's a par 5. I could see it being a good solid par 4. I could see it being a difficult par 4. As a par 5, I'm not so sure. I think that either needs to be longer, and I'm not sure if that's a possibility, or there needs to be something else to it to make it a par 5. Okay, so now we've got a short par 4. Bit uphill. If you go long, we're back. We've got some more of these grass bunkers. Okay, that's cool. Wind's helping. I mean, if the pin was back, you would just hit driver and let it play the roller coaster. Here, I'm going to try something I don't normally do.
Looks like this
Partial
one's in the
one up
fairway.
there, and
Second
close.
shot here on the 15th.
And then we splash it down there to not very much, I would hope. Bounce forward and then check. Yeah.
Here we go. Birdie putt coming up.
That's where the splash
Well
shot is just a
done
bit
out
overpowered.
there.
You know
That's
it's going
your
to
fifth
spin.
birdie
I mean,
on
in real
the
life,
day.
you'd never, ever, 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 ever hit that shot.
And
but
3
it's in the
under
game, so
par
you
for
use
the
it.
day.
Yeah, interesting little short par 4. And then we got ourselves a short par 5. I mean par 3. What is the total distance on this course? 60. Yeah, okay, that makes sense. It's a short course, which is fine. We don't need 74, 7,500 yard courses all the time. 67 can be just as fun. So we're 22 down, 22 feet 7 yards down. Wind straight across. Short right is off. Short left is funneling back to the front middle here, although I wouldn't be surprised if that kind of kept going. And then at the back, well, middle really, it's going to the right. Yeah, okay. With it being downhill, it should be close. Yeah, maybe a hair
Nice
short
shot.
under that. Might
Okay,
happen. So I've hit it right
18 feet
into this
to the
uphill.
cup.
So you just want to clear that uphill, and then you're going to roll right to the hole. So it's needed a yard maybe more. Fair enough. And what's this doing? It's kind of double.
Well, it's heading towards the hole.
Helps if you hit it, doesn't it?
Okay, time to finish up on this one.
Yikes.
Little tap in for us here, not bad.
Okay, so that'll keep you at 3 under for the round.
And then
This
another,
could be fun.
back
We've
to
got a
back.
par 3 on this one.
Sorry, I'm going to look at the scorecard again. It's just... So back to back par, so we got, it's a par 71. So in the front there's a par 3 and a par 5. It's very St. Andrews like. And then the back we've got 3 par 3s, 2 par 5s for our 35. Like actually the course I grew up on, it was a 9-hole course, and it had 3 par 3s, 2 par 5s for par 35. Not relevant at all to this, but other than I guess I'm used to it. So this one's got a bit more teeth to it. Okay.
Nice swing on that.
I didn't want to be fast there. Come on, Hill, help me out. So we're on here. Now we roll around. Okay.
Nice shot. Another green in regulation. All right, setting up 6 feet from the cup.
Kind of reminds me of that Chambers
And as
Bay
that
US Open where balls are
drops
just
in the
rolling
hole,
all
that's
over the
your
place.
sixth birdie today.
Up and over this hill and
Not
around
that
that
one.
hill.
Going down to 4 under par.
I mean, I honestly,
All
I
right,
did.
short par 5 on
I did see
deck.
that hill there, and I aimed for it because I felt like it would help me, but it's interesting. All right, last hole. Oh, so we got ourselves a pretty good dog leg here. That says 456, but it's going to be way more than that because this dog leg is nigh on 90 degrees. Like that's a 70-degree dog leg, isn't it? At least. And so if you hit driver straight, you're basically hitting the same shot again. It's listed at 456. No, it isn't. The way that this would be measured in real life is you'd go to the middle of the dog leg kind of here, and that's, I mean, that's 580. That's a 580-yard par 5, which, I mean, that would add 100 yards to the score, 130 yards to the scorecard, wouldn't it? Is that what the scorecard's saying? And then the other thing is, not being a designer myself, yeah, 556. Okay, that makes more sense. Okay, never mind. That makes way more sense. All right, so it looks like here, if you want to have any hope of getting there in 2, you're gonna have to bash one over here, which we're going to, of course, but will it go through the trees, I wonder?
Hopefully this will nestle itself nicely in the fairway. And
Okay.
through some branchy
Down the
stuff
hill.
here.
Oh. Oh, actually that looked harsher. It was just the light. So we've hit it
Nice.
340.
And
we have
setting up
we have
now with an
All right.
elevated green to deal with.
Not usually a massive fan of like a hole like that. I've played a few in real life. But at least this one, there's a very clear safe way to go, and there's a clear take a chance way to go, and the clear take a chance way to go gives you an opportunity that the safe way doesn't. So yeah, it works. And then we're going uphill to a green that if you don't get up there, you're like rejected hard. That pin looks a bit iffy. We'll see how it plays though. I don't really have a shot, do I? So we're down. Oh, jeepers, what am I going to do here? I mean, I'm tempted to just hit it over here and then see what happens. It's not the play at all, but...
Alright, kick left.
If you could ever get it up there and now get running. I could see this being a hole where you're better off going over.
I'm okay with that.
Because now I've got this putt.
And for
and
a score of 6 under on the round, if you sink this.
yeah, I could see this going off if the green not careful. Yeah, that's gone. I mean, I underhit that even.
No, that was tough. It's a little bit too hard on that one. And here you go, birdie.
You know,
putt
as
coming
that
up
being
here.
a putt for eagle, okay. If somebody played safe and then ended up right of the pin, and now they're looking, yeah, I don't know.
It's getting there. And
Yeah,
time
making
seemed to
birdie.
fly by, didn't it? Just like that, the putt drops and your round is over.
Yeah, I'm not sure. So,
Way to
overall,
end up with a 5 under for your final score.
I don't think
Well
I was in a
done.
bunker, was I? Which is really weird,
Well,
for
on
me at
behalf
least.
of myself and the team here at HB Studios and 2K Sports,
So,
thanks for playing. I had fun.
I don't know
Hopefully
if that
you
was a
did too.
conscious decision by the designer not to have bunkers in play, or if that's maybe more work on the bunkering. The fairways were definitely a lot of undulation on them. Maybe a bit of flattening could help there. There wasn't anything that I saw that I went, wow, this is way out of control, but I could see more experienced designers, period. Again, I'm not one, but especially experienced designers could look at it and go, yeah, this needs to be flattened, or this needs to be flattened. There were some cool holes. There are a couple too that I think are going to cause some controversy, for lack of a better term. That might be a bit polarizing. That the dog leg left where he'd popped a 3-wood out and then went to the island green. I can see people not loving that. I see people not loving 18. There were a couple of times I think where the greens got a bit extreme, where a couple of pin positions were a bit much. And the thing for me is if you've hit a good shot, I like to see it rewarded. And I like it. I mean, it doesn't have to be mind-numbingly obvious what the good shot is, but I'd like to not have to figure out a Rubik's Cube to find it what it is. The one par 4 where I kind of realized I had to fly it to the hole so it would stop. I mean, maybe the other one where I went shooting through, that was the same thing. But yeah, I could see where on a certain wind set and a certain pin, certain wind setting and a certain pin set, these greens could get ugly quick. And as far as it not being a real good test of golf, so I'd have to play the other pin sets to see if there are any really dangerous ones. This one had maybe 1 or 2 that were a bit dicey, so it's quite a good looking golf course. I do like the color. I decided that I like the way the color is. There's some really good ideas in there. This is a rookie design contest, which is amazing. This is what people are cranking out for the first, second effort. I mean, I wouldn't even know where to start. So, you know, good job. Maybe just look at a couple of things I mentioned, and I think the next course is going to be real good. Give it a play. We'll see you later. Thanks.